I mean, hello, welcome to Path of Rings number 164. Yes, 164. Sorry about that. Good lord, that's blinding. Anyway, today we're talking about the Joliette. That doesn't look what it looks like. Luz Devora cassette, LP, full length, whatever. They came out on July 2nd of 2019. I guess there's a pretty big story to this one, because this dates back, like the historical part goes back to when Joliette came through on that Joliette Life in Vacuum tour when they had released that, the split together. So, on that tour, Life in Vacuum messaged me and was basically just like, at that point I was in with Congratulations, in with Life in Vacuum, and they were just, well, I wasn't really in with Life in Vacuum, but I was friends with Life in Vacuum. And they said, as per usual, can you put on a show for us? And I was like, okay, sure. And they're like, oh, we're coming through with this band from Mexico called Joliette. And I was like, I don't know this band, I don't know what's going on, what's happening. Okay, cool. So, they came, they played, they blew my mind, and sensational human beings, hung out outside in Hamilton for a while as well with them, just like shooting the shit. It was a lot of fun. It was a really good show. One of the things I remember most is when Gaston, the bassist, had a wireless bass, so he actually like runs outside and does like a dance on the street with it while he's playing bass. Maybe I can dig up the video and insert it here. There was nothing. We'll find out soon enough. Okay, so that's how I met them. And then I became pretty good friends with Fernando. So when this album was kind of in the works, the LP was already spoken for with other labels, Moment of Collapse and Skeletal Lightning. And Fernando was like, do you want to release the tapes? Actually, it was more like, I love your label, can you please release the tapes? And I was like, are you kidding me? This is a win for me. I love Joliette. So we did the tapes, and we had them at ZBR Fest. So let me just take a quick look here, at our description here. So here is the ZBR Fest poster for the second ZBR Fest, the one that happened in Vancouver in 2017. Day one was kind of like almost a pre-fest show night, just because we didn't really have enough bands. I don't remember why there's only had 5 bands. Maybe it's because these 5 bands are ridiculous. That first night was incredible. So we had some of the tapes there, even though the album hadn't even been released at that point. So there was like a pre-order and ZBR version tape. So there were 65 tapes over 3 variants. 25 are the band edition blue-white swirl. And then there is ZBR Fest and pre-order edition, which is blue, white, and gold. Or the one that I kept is blue, white, and silver. Silver's more on this side, if you can see that. It's coming across here as the silver. Anyway. And then there was also a ZBR edition clear blue out of 25. They're all gone. They're all very gone. I remember bringing these on tour in Europe in like June, and that was before this had been released. As I said, I think it was July 2nd that this was released. So I actually had them on tour in Europe trying to sling them around, being like, these aren't even released yet, it's Joliette, are you crazy? You need to get this. Then I sold them all. So it was great. At ZBR Fest, it should be noted that they just destroyed. There were drummers watching the new drummer, Azael. I think this is the first album with Azael on it. Just hit smacking foreheads, jaws dropping, head shaking, just egos plummeting. Azael is a ridiculous drummer, and the entire band was phenomenal at that fest, busting out Lazaro, which is Just one of the most mathy songs that I've ever heard a screamo band play. I cannot figure out the timing. You've got like, oh, I don't want to say that, Pudre Infante, whatever. Track 10 is just an absolute banger, and when they play that live, the drums just destroy. The whole thing is amazing. There's music videos for them as well. You should check those out. The tapes, right. Also, these, I bought a bunch of the, what are they called? Cassette labels, sticky cassette labels. And basically, my computer wouldn't print them out properly. They'd always be inside the boxes, so there'd always be like this little white border that I had to kind of cut off. And with these ones, I just decided to like straight up cut it off, and I just left it. And I decided to cut down even more of the stickers to do the tape. And in actuality, it looks pretty good. I'm gonna say I actually really like that. I think I've done it once more with something, maybe with like a My Hair's a Rat's Nest. I don't know. Tapes gone. Cover. Sparkle. New album coming out soon. It's an EP, actually. And it is without Fernando. Fernando is not in the band. So you've got basically Gaston is doing, I think, guitar and vocals now. Basically, is taking over Fernando's position. And then they got another person to play. Then, yeah, the guitar player, other guitar player is still the same. And then they have a new bassist. That's what it is. Now, there's also 40 fuck borders on 40 of these copies. Basically, Joliette went from US into Canada, tried to go back to the US, did not have visas, and that like dip in and out of Canada got the border guard suspicious, and they were banned for 5 years from the US. So the absolute bummer. They had to stay in Vancouver for like 5 days or whatever before they were allowed to go home. There was a benefit show for them put on by Emo Cat Records at Alf House. It was real sucky, straight up, but it's coming up to 5 years, so hopefully they will be able to get their visas and we will see them in the US at CBR Fest sometime soon. It's definitely been discussed as soon as it's available to happen. But yeah, is there anything else? Just check out that new EP. What the hell's the new one called? I don't remember, but I show you, but I don't have. Not sure. Luz de Bengala. Yes. Limas is already out. This first single, and there's also music video for it. There's a song that came out in between called Segundero, and it's one other track as well. I don't know what it's called. One of them showed up on Cube, the other one, music video, single. Oh man, I'm starting to sweat here. It's very hot. I think we should probably end it. What's coming up next is something really good. It's Senza. Senza is next. So you get to meet my cat and everything. It's going to be great. But until next time, why don't I do a little dance for you, shall we?